Welcome everyone to our next survival game guide episode in our Sons of the Forest series. Today we are going to be looking at the sled. It is I believe it's like I don't think there was a sled in the first Forest games. This is kind of like a new feature, which is, I have to say, a lot of fun. So we're going to be looking at where you get it, how you make it, and some of its use cases essentially. So obviously, its location is here or at any 3D printer. If you don't know where this 3D printer is, be sure to check out some of my previous episodes where I go over this location. But basically, you need a 3D printer to make it. Once you get to a 3D printer, you're just going to scroll through the different recipes until you find the sled. You can see that it takes 1,000 milliliters of resin, which I have. We'll just fill that in there. And we'll just pick up some of that too. And once it's all set, we'll press E, and we will tell it to make the sled. Yeah, you do that thing, and we'll just kind of chillax a little bit while it's doing its thing. It takes a lot of resin, but it makes sense because the sled is actually quite large. There we go. There we go. All right. It's bigger than it looks, I promise. So here's our sled. You hold it in your hands like this, obviously. We'll put it away real fast. It does go in your inventory. It's like right up here once you have it printed. And you can, attach it to a hotkey if you like. I'm just going to put it on 9 for now. But this is the bad boy right there. So we'll leave the cave here, the bunker. And we'll go show you what this thing is all about for you guys. So let's get out of here. So there's, I'm sure, a number of different creative ways that you can use this sled. I use it for mainly 3 ways, and we're just gonna take out our map. Thank you. Okay, gotta go that way. The first is it's obviously, its primary use, which is to go down hills and whatnot. If I can't really see through these trees, but there's like a potential starting location is like high up in kind of like the mountainy area, the snow area, and you'll probably end up wandering that way too at some point in the game. And going down, going up is a pain. Oh, hi there. Going down can be, it's not as terrible, but it's a slow process, right? The sled literally lets you sled right down the hill super fast. It's honestly a lot of fun. So that's, you can use the sled to go down hills. It doesn't have to be, snow hills. It can be any kind of hill. Like I could sled down this hill if I wanted to. Its second function, which I will be getting to here. We're kind of making our way there. But you can use it also as like a semi-flotation device down rivers, or at least I have in the past. And it's a good deal of fun. You just kind of like, it can be a little finicky because it's not, it's not primarily made for, going down rivers, but I find it pretty fun. So I'll just show you guys here. Oh, look at those salmon jumping, adorable. How you use it basically. So we'll bring it up with our hotkey. Thank you. And it can be a little bit confusing how to use it because, like, if you left click, nothing happens. E, nothing happens. So how you actually use this is you have to jump first, so spacebar, and then while you're in the air, then you press left key, and that'll get your guy on it. So we'll just kind of go here. We're gonna go here, and then I'm quite getting a good spot. But basically, you jump this, and you're just kind of scoot down. You kind of like you try to avoid rocks. But this is honestly a great way to just move down rivers relatively quickly. Obviously, there's a little bit of rough maneuvering here and there, but down certain, down some of the more bigger rivers, this guy can be a lot of fun to use. Oh, we're swimming down a waterfall. So if you happen to like live downriver of a big river, and you're up at the top, take out your sled and have a bit of fun riding down the rapids to your base location. It's just it's fun. It may not look fun, but trust me, it's fun as a player. The third kind of like bonus way to use the sled is that it actually can kind of reduce some of the fall damage that you take. We're not going up like a super high hill, but I'll show you all the same how you can use this. Like if you were like up on a cliff, you can actually probably run this way, and you're a little bit worried about descending and taking that fall damage, you can jump on your sled and kind of like almost ride the cliff down instead. And while it won't completely protect you from fall damage, I find that it does reduce it a little bit. So far, they might patch that, in the future. But right now, it's kind of like a good way to, make a quick escape, or if you're just lazy and you don't want to go like another way, just bring out your sled. So we'll just go from here. We'll bring it out because I don't want to do this without it. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just kind of jump and we'll go our sled, and we're going to go woo. And you can see I just bounced right off the ground. Didn't get hurt at all. My health is fine. So that's like another way that you can just kind of avoid some fall damage with your sled. So the sled is, it may not seem like, oh, that's a lot of resin. I don't really want to waste all that resin on a sled. It has its uses. It can be a lot of fun. So I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Sleds are great. But now you guys know, where it is, how to get it, and how to, how to use it. So if you have any other questions about the sled or anything like that, do let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in the next episode. Keep surviving and keep thriving.